Hey Cancer, this is your November Tarotscope. Woo! Oh, sweet Cancers, you guys, so outgoing, fun, so sensitive. I have some good Cancer friends. I like them very much. I love Cancers. I love all the signs. Cancers are a very interesting breed. So tough on the outside, so sensitive on the inside. So before we get started, I want to talk a little bit about the moons this month. The first one is a full moon in Taurus, and it lands in your 11th house of groups. Now, full moons, we're letting things go. This is on November 14th. We're letting things go. Things need to dissolve. Things that need to go away. We make a solid intention to let them go. Let them just float out, float away. I'll see you never, maybe. So this is in the house of groups. It's also the house of astrology, just in case. But in the house of groups, there might be some organizations you no longer feel like you associate with. You can slowly drift away from that, even if it's just message boards, online communities. If you don't feel like a productive member of the groups that you're in, it's okay to start to let them dissolve. You don't have to stay. I know that's hard for you. Cancers are so stubborn. They're very stubborn because they get so emotionally invested. But then when they're done, they're done. I mean, they are done. So you have permission to be done with some of the groups that just no longer really serve you, you know? And new moon, it occurs on November 29th in Sagittarius, and that is in your 6th house of work. And this moon, because it's new, it's like a seed, we're planting it. So what do you want to work on every day? You know, this is the time to really set your intention on how you want to work every day. It could be how you want to work. What kind of service do you want to provide every day? Whether it's for yourself, for other people, what you do on a daily basis. It's really more about like daily basis, like daily job, how we make our money. This is a great chance for you to set your intention and work towards that job that you've always wanted. Like, why not? It's a great moon for it. And it's in Sagittarius. So like the sky's the limit, you know, like Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and it's expansion. So dream big, Cancer. Dream big about what your dream job would be. Where do you want to put your body every day? All right, on to the tarot. I like to shuffle the cards and let them talk to me. I certainly don't stop them. All right, November Cancer. Cancer November. Whoa, there's one. Interesting. Well, my sweet emotional Cancers. So emotional behind closed doors. I got a Pisces moon, I understand. My chart is primarily just water. Yeah. Most of it's in Scorpio, though. It's a little different. There's one. Oh, I know I know it. 1, 2. And 2 more. 2 more. 2 more. 1. 2 more. 1 more. All right. Oh, there we go. So, 4 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, Strength. Ooh. Power. All right. So we're going to start this with the 4 of Cups. And what that really means is we're being a little pessimistic. We're sort of seeing the glass half empty, which isn't a great way to live. But another thing about 4, it's like, you know, here's the thing about your emotions right now. You've sort of set how you want to feel. And you might not be aware that it's not as happy as you can be. So it's really important at the start of the month for you to, and really you can use that full moon to dissolve some of this too. Like, what is it that's making you not ultimate self, not your ultimate self? That's better English. What's preventing you from being your ultimate self? What emotionally is preventing you from being your ultimate self? I have a feeling it might have something to do with the group you're in. I mean, the moon rules you, folk, and God, anytime that the moon is in Cancer and like planets shift, the whole world feels it. So I can't imagine what it would feel like, and that only happens every once in a while. I can't imagine what it would feel like to be a Cancer ruled by the moon harnessing all that moon energy all the time. You deserve an award. Honestly, you deserve an emotional award. All right, this is the card of Eight of Pentacles, right? This is the card of mastery, which is interesting. So what have you been working on that you're basically a master, but you're kind of afraid to like present it to the world? Might have a little something to do with why you've been a little pessimistic, because you're not being your ultimate self. And I'm willing to say you might want to start associating yourself with the groups that are focused on that thing you've been working on that like makes you feel like a master, man, a master, because you have been doing the work. Eight of Pentacles, Pentacles is work. 8 is essentially flow, magical flow too. It's like the infinity sign, you know, it never stops. And this is the card of the master. You've been working so much, you become a master at something, and it's time to get it out. I have a feeling something that's preventing you from doing it is a little bit of nostalgia. Maybe that has a lot to do with how things were versus how they are now. But the truth of the matter is, things are never going to be like they were. They're just going to be like they are now, right? My friend Julia Wiedemann says nostalgia is a silent killer, and I believe her. I do though. But here's the thing, the fun times of the past can also be put into the present. But now I'm getting the fact that like there is an old group that you have to let go of. It's essentially blocking your growth. And that full moon is a good time to release it, because you're supposed to be a master, man. You're supposed to be, your work is not just supposed to be your work. It's supposed to be your life. What makes you thrive and what makes you happy. And clinging on to some of these older folk that you used to chill with, hang with, virtually or not, their belief systems might not line up with yours anymore. And that might be preventing you from really owning your mastership. Or is it masterhood? It sounds dirty. And the final card that we got is strength. And that's just, you know, there's a blatant message here that's like, hey, you're strong enough to do that. But the concept of this card that's so groovy to me is like, I call it the who's driving card. The traditional card, the Rider-Waite, I call it the traditional. Essentially, it's a little more easy. There's a woman like holding a lion's head, and it looks like she's taming him, but he might be taming her. So there's this like working with your inner beast. If you try to tame it, it won't necessarily work. We all have a bit of an inner beast. Strength comes from working with that beast within. Do you know what I mean? And that's something that you also need to focus on, because you trying to hide your beast is just going to make you crazy. To summarize, again, a lot of these pessimistic feelings that you've been having have to do with the fact that you're not sharing your mastery with folks, because you're kind of living in the past. You know, you're sort of like, oh, this was such a good time, I wish it could still be me, but it's not, and it's not going to be. You have to step up and step into your own. Step into your own, and you have the strength to do it. Get a grip. I'm just kidding, you don't have to get a grip. But what you do have to do is get a hold of that beast and dance with it. Dance with it. Last but not least, let's talk about Cancer's theme card. Love these, my oracle cards. Love these cards. Ooh, that one fell right out. Ooh, sleep. Hi. Ooh, sleep. I love that bear. I always think of Cancers as mama bears. Even the men, they're very much mama bears. And that's not a derogatory thing. Cancer is a receptive sign. It is a feminine energy sign. And it's actually a wonderful thing. Like, we all have feminine and masculine traits. And almost every Cancer man I know has that nurturing quality to them. I think it's a wonderful thing. So basically what this is all about is also like, take a break. You don't have to be everything to everyone. Do you know what I mean? It's okay to think about yourself first sometimes, and that means self-care. Oh, thanks for watching, Cancer, and don't forget to subscribe, naturally. And also, you can follow me on Instagram at Mystic Assistant. I do a daily tarot draw Monday through Friday, and you don't want to miss it. Well, okay. Well, guess I'll see you next month. You can go now. You have to embrace your mastery, your masterhood, your master P. Oh my God.